We are back here in the ASUG News studio. I'm Tom Whalegum, and we're delighted to have Craig Peterson, the Director of IT and CRM.
That's correct.
Of Hunter Douglas. Can you tell us a little bit about your company and your role there?
Hunter Douglas is a worldwide manufacturer of window coverings. We're in the custom market, and I am the Director of IT. I cover web services, e-commerce, and also now CRM.
So you've got a lot of free time on your hands, I'm sure.
Lots of free time.
Well, the reason why I wanted to have you up here is you have a very unique story about your rollout of the SAP CRM rapid deployment. It was fascinating. There's some numbers in there. 8 weeks kind of jumps out. But can you give just the viewers a little bit of background of why you decided to go this route with your system?
Sure. I mean, we recognized the need for a Salesforce automation system for our sales team. And we had SAP come in and help us evaluate some of our needs. And based upon the requirements, they felt that the rapid deployment was the best solution for us. And so we embarked on it. We liked the idea of the rapid deployment, fixed price, fixed determined outcome, fixed scope, in a fixed time. It was perfect for us.
I'm sure your business executive peers, what jumped out to them most about it? Was this the fixed time, the fixed price? What was they like about it?
I probably have to say they liked the idea of the fixed price. That's always a good thing when you're doing an SAP implementation.
Sure. How much experience did your shop have with SAP? Were you an SAP shop at all in any other way, or?
Sure. We've been running the ECC R3 component for about 15 years now, so we were a pretty heavy SAP organization. I myself didn't have any SAP background. I worked on the outside of it with our e-commerce activities. Sure. So CRM was totally new to us in that respect, but not SAP.
Right. So when you start hearing about we're going to do this in 8 weeks, 12 weeks, did that jump out at anyone? I mean, that seems because perhaps people thought SAP, that's 18 months, not 8 weeks. So was that a
Well, given the fact that I was given very little time, that I was going to be told I was going to be responsible for it, I really didn't have much time to react anyway. I like faster implementations in general, and so I was not afraid of it. I said, let's go. I mean, as long as I see the schedule and we meet that schedule, we should be able to do it. I would suspect that there might have been some people in the organization that were a little suspicious of the 8-week time frame, but they were very pleasantly surprised.
Right. That's always good.
It's always
good surprises.
Good surprises.
Are good. Let's talk a little bit about someone who may be thinking about a rapid deployment solution from SAP. What are some of the, 1, 2, or 3 things that you would tell them in advance? Is there what you've learned over, your experience with this? Is there anything that jumps out?
I would say that, in terms of our implementation, one of the things that I wish I had better prepared our business organization with some of the CRM terminology. That was something that we could have done a little bit better. That didn't hamper us in any way, but that's one thing. If you're even questioning whether you should do an RDS and you have ECC, there should be no question. You should really just do an RDS for CRM. It's a much faster approach, much better approach to get things going for you. And then once you have the CRM platform, you can, it's a great foundation to move on to other things.
So what would be some of those other things that you were thinking about down the road with this?
Well, certainly things like territory management, which is currently done on custom tables on the ECC side. So territory management, campaign management, these are all things that the business has a keen interest in as we absorb the idea of CRM and get it into our normal process. Yeah, sure.
Right. Customizations are always a big topic of discussion when it comes to SAP rollouts. How did you approach that? Did you try and keep it vanilla as possible because of the fixed price, fixed time, or did you feel like you were able to do some customizing when you felt it was necessary for the business?
The rapid deployment allows a certain degree of customization within the package itself. So in that respect, we did customize the system to within the scope of what RDS is. So in terms of anything special, I mean, when you talk about activity management, contact management, I mean, there's only so many ways to put appointment into a calendar, and so it's really not that big of a need, per se.
Well, salespeople, though, will tell you differently, maybe.
Now, they may, but at the end of the day, they start putting an appointment in, and they've not come back and seen anything lacking in the core functionality that SAP provides. So it seems it doesn't seem like a good idea to go down that path if you don't need to go down there.
What about for the future? You feel like you've got a great stable base now with the ECC, with the CRM, that you are ready to go and, as we hear and here, innovate off that? You feel like you're ready to do that when you want to?
Sure. I mean, we went up after the 8 weeks, and we went up and rolled it out to the sales team, and we started to do some customization, some unique little features that's maybe a little bit more unique to Hunter Douglas.
Okay.
I would not say that that's outside of the scope of what CRM does, but yeah, we added some things right away, sure. And even this week we added some things. So we continue to enhance the product beyond what the modules offer.
So you feel there's flexibility there?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Definitely. It's a foundation.
Right. When you were obviously told about this, and I think that there was an interesting story there. But was there anxiety on your part because you hadn't worked with SAP before, or did you feel comfortable with the people you brought on and what you had seen that this was going to work?
Well, I immediately started to go into the internet and find out anything I could possibly find out about CRM for the next few weeks. So I quickly learned what we needed to get, the knowledge that I needed in order to move the program forward for us. So, yeah, I was a little intimidated up front, but you quickly learn what you need to learn.
Sure. The last question, and I will let you go, is would you consider RDS in the future if SAP starts rolling out some other applications?
It's something we're already considering other RDSs and looking at them, things like the BCM RDS.
Okay.
So it's really a natural add-on to the CRM RDS we did.
Could you envision going back to would the appetite at Hunter Douglas be for say there was like a 12-month rollout now, or do you think once you've kind of gone down that path you're going to stay that way?
I can't really speak for everybody else at Hunter Douglas, but I can tell you that I don't have an appetite for a 12-month rollout. So I think that the company really appreciated the fast turnaround.
Great. Well, thanks very much for stopping by our studio. We appreciate it.
Oh, not a problem.
And we'll be coming up next with another interview in about 20 minutes, so stay tuned to ASUG News Studio.